Hello subscribers, welcome again. This is Alex from the Huski. For those of you who this is your first time to the channel, welcome. It would be great to have you as regular audience members. So go ahead, like and subscribe down below. It'd be great to have you as regular people to the channel for all the update news in English about what's going on with the Gilet Juanes movement in France. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this. I've got a bit to cover today. So first off, there's a gentleman by the name of Christophe Chalencon. He is apparently a member of the Gilet Juanes leadership. Now he's met with the five-star movement Salvini in Italy, and now there's been video leaked to the press, which I don't know whether to believe or not, but there is footage of him purportedly saying that there are paramilitary forces ready to intervene in Yellow Vest protests because they too want power toppled. Now this is a bad thing if that's the case, because it goes from a peaceful protest, the whole banner behind peacefulness, expressing our views and everything, to all of a sudden we have military might involved. Now the consequences of that can be dire, not good. With the EU being in, I'm guessing, in Emmanuel Macron's court, the EU will go to NATO and NATO will get involved, and next thing you know, we're branded as terrorists and anti-democratic, which is not what we are at all. So I have fears if the paramilitary get involved, it's not going to be a good thing at all. Now the people I've been talking to in the movement, they're unsure of this themselves. Let's just hope that it's just rhetoric. Strong rhetoric, but rhetoric nonetheless. I got involved with this because it was a chance to hold those responsible, for their actions, but also the way of living, the gap between the ultra rich and everyday working class has gotten so big, so huge, that now we have to take to the streets. We have to make our voice heard. Otherwise, that gap is just going to get bigger and bigger. Now, I sound socialistic in that aspect, but I'm not at all. I'm standing up for the rights of the everyday people, Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But this paramilitary thing is not good. It reminds me of the old National Front. They were very right-wing, my God. Marine Le Pen's father, he's of the old school right-wing ultra-nationalist, Somebody that is just loopy, he's fucking loopy. He's got no political sense whatsoever. You have to have calm, while also expressing your own views, whether that be nationalistic, whether that be a leftist point of view, whether it's well, look, at the end of the day, we live in a democratic society, so we are able to express ourselves. Now, Next, I want to get on to the subject of the populism movement that has been sweeping Europe at the moment. Now you've got the AfD party in Germany, which is a right-wing party not seen since the days of Hitler and the Nazi party. You've got Sebastian Kurz in Austria, you have the Vox movement in Spain, and you have Marine Le Pen in France. Now, she is polling 7.5% higher than Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron, or Jupiter as he's known in France, he's struggling. His party, the LREM, En Marche, is dwindling drastically. Now, he's paid the mainstream media in France. So all these bogus polls about how much the French people want the protests to end. The Euronews have come out saying that 56% of people want protests to end. It's a load of bullshit. It's a load of crap. There's perhaps 56% of people that want the protests to continue because they are sick and tired of living like second-class citizens. So you have somebody like Marine Le Pen that is very similar in regards to Donald Trump, where she says what she is actually on her mind, whether it displeases people or not. There is the fact that the elitist culture in France is against anybody that speaks up against them. You can tell that by the flashball incidences that have happened. People have lost eyes, limbs. Only last week, 2 weeks ago, there was a protester who had his hand maimed through a dispersal grenade. One of the heroes of the movement, Jerome Rodriguez, he's lost an eye. He'll never see out of his right eye again. He was deliberately targeted by Castaner and his police militia. You see police officers in plain mufti uniform with hammers and non-police grade weaponry. Now, where are these military personnel getting these weapons from? Who's giving them to them? You know? These are questions that need to be answered, and we're not getting the answers. So there's Act 15 that's coming. There's been a lot of news lately coming through, articles that are being sent about anti-Semitism and racial abuse and the likes of that. So this Saturday coming, there's a march, a protest against that. I'll be there with my live feeds, and I'll be writing blogs, a few articles over the weekend. It's only Monday now, but I'll do a run-up YouTube video leading up to that. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Now, like and subscribe to my channel. That'd be a great help. It helps the channel, but it helps raise awareness of what the atrocities that are happening in France itself. We have another YouTube channel. It's Alex James. There's three of us. If you watch our other videos, there's a conservative, which is me. There's a libertarian, and there's a lefty. So we're trying to get a rounded opinion on what's been happening, what's going on, and what will happen in the future. So like and subscribe. Also go to my blog. It's altbluenews.blog, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Ciao.